Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And hold on just a second. I accidentally put the wrong banner on there. Okay. Welcome back to my channel. This is Lorelei, and my announcement is in the bottom right hand corner right here. The 12 days of Christmas. If you would like to play, that's what I'm all about, is the 12 days of Christmas for the next 12 days. Okay. And so if you are new to my channel, I am Lorelei. I have a business in helping to encourage, inspire, and empower other women in the areas of personal and business development, and from selling your jewelry online, on how to get started. And so anyway, I just like to show and teach women how I've learned to do my business. But tonight's topic is part of the series that I'm doing on me shrinking 12 to 14 pant sizes, as well as 150 pounds lost. That is my goal, and I will get there within, I would say, 12 months. Okay, at least 100 pounds in 12 months. Okay, so that's very doable. And so I wanted to come to you and share with you how that is going, and how I've been going about that. And so let's start with why I started. I started because, at one point we feel like there's so many things going on in our life, our health, that at one point we kind of lose focus. So I wanted to be able to jumpstart and get things off to a great fast start by actually doing some fasting. And I've been already somewhat acclimated to fasting before, so it's not my first time doing it. And if it is your first time doing fasting, or changing up your eating habits and your nutrition, then I would recommend seeking medical counsel first, and a licensed professional that can supervise you while you are making these changes. That is the best advice I can give you. But if you're like me and you know your body and you're just like, anything's better than what I have right now, I just need to get healthy, then this is what you must do. Okay, so that's how I think. And so I just said, I'm not so concerned about all the trans fat and all the fatty foods, or fatty fat beef, or fatty bacon and eggs and type things, because I'd rather lose weight than keep gaining weight and have the chance of diabetes. Okay, so anything's greater than diabetes, or illness, or disease that is brought on by sugar, carbohydrates, white refined sugars, all of that junk that is no good for your body. And so I'm not going to say that I won't ever have cake, and I'm not going to say I won't ever have these things, because especially throughout the holidays, and I know myself, so I want to make sure that I keep the stress levels down, I keep the things down, and I just am not going to be overly expecting too much from myself during the holidays. But I do want to be more conscious and more aware of my goals, and also for getting more healthier. And what better way to do it than to put myself public like that? So, anyway, I started with a 5-day fast. Overall, I had lost 11.6 pounds. And then I broke the fast. I woke up and I was, 2.6 pounds lighter. That made up for the total 11.6 pounds. Now, I broke the whole fasting regimen by doing 1 day the next day. So on the next day, I had a nice big Greek salad. I did have popcorn. I had bacon. And well, you can go watch the video, or read the comment section as to what my meals were for the previous day. So that's how I usually do it. I post some notes and things in the comment section on the previous day. Okay. And so anyway, and if I have anything comments to say for the current video, I usually post them below. But because I usually do the videos at nighttime, and we operate like 3 hours to 5 hours behind everybody else, it's virtually impossible to get caught up. I'd have to make these videos at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I just don't do that. Okay, so anyway, I then did a day of where my eating window was like 4 to 6 hours. And then the next day I chose to do, in my plan, I had this all planned out, is a 3 day modified fat fasting where my caloric level for those 3 days needed to be where my fat was the highest on the macros, then the protein, then if any starch, or not starch, but any sort of carbs, be it lower. And so I did opt at one point on the day before yesterday when I did break my fast to do low carb pasta. I did that. And so altogether, I went minus 0.2 ounces or so. So tomorrow will be my weigh-in. I'm going to put another update on the weigh-in, and tomorrow will be my day 3. Now, I will be rolling into keto intermittent fasting. And today I felt like, if there was days where I felt like I needed to do 2 or 3 days of fasting and do 2 or 3 days, I felt like, I might want to do that. So that was just like a feeling that I just didn't expect. I just figured once I was done with the 5 days, man, was I super excited that I didn't have to do all of that. But then my mind was like, hey, if you did that, you could do 2 or 3 days, and you could alternate, and you can, it really is whatever works for your body. You got to go and do it. Okay, but what I'm going to say is when you do pick something, pick it, but don't keep switching. Okay, as long as you're doing a fasting regimen and it makes sense, like, especially if you're like before, like you have a preliminary. So I spent like 3 to 5 days prepping, then I did a 5 day fast of all liquids, then I did a breaking the fast one day, then I did 3 days of modified fat fasting. The reason why I did that was to kind of put in the fat, okay, making like fat deposits, because I really want my body to be at high optimum for burning fat since I'm already keto adapted. Okay, so you can get keto adapted by fasting or exogenous ketones, or just taking down your carbs and eliminating the white sugar. Okay, you can get into that. You can actually still lose weight by doing below 100 grams of carbohydrate a day. Okay, if you did not fast, like intentionally. So let's say, you go to bed at, let's say you stop eating at 7 p.m. You wake up at 7, that's 12 hours that have gone by. And you spent the rest of the day doing like 1 or 2 shakes, protein shakes during the day. And then you had a meal and maybe one fat snack, and your carb level was below 100 grams. You can lose weight. And you can lose it consistently, especially if after 1 or 2 weeks you added in exercise. That is another way to do it. Okay, so for me, I wanted to kind of be my own, scientist, and that's how I've been for the last 3 years. And I've, gotten so close to narrowing it and nailing it down until I get distracted. So I've had to learn some things. So, but I'm more confident and I'm more equipped to do things now. And instead of testing things out, and sometimes testing those things out can be really bad. See, I wouldn't be testing things out if it was just going to be for me. But I wanted to test things out because I wanted to make sure that I've always loved wellness and homeopathy, and trying different things and avoiding Western medicine. And so because of that, weight loss is something that I've always wanted to, one, be challenged in, two, reach the goal doing it this way, the way that I'm doing it, and be able to help other people through that. And so through my own downfalls and my own things like that, of you know, trying different products and things like that. It's okay to try different products, but when it's not for you, man, it can set you back. And then you can just keep trying and trying to lose the weight and sometimes never really getting back on. So then when you make your way, you know, you get in that zone, you want to stay in that zone. Okay, so I'm going to do my very best throughout the holidays. And so anyway, so my goal is to test out every segment. So when I prepped my body to do the fast, then I added some fat into my, you know, my nutrition, into my body. And then on the ongoing days to do keto and intermittent fasting the rest of the way until I hit, you know, a plateau. And then I've got a strategy for that. Okay. I've been able to help a few people before lose weight, get to their weight, eat healthier. And so they've just been amazed. And so I want that for myself. And so with the hormone levels and things that I had gone through, I went on anti-inflammatories. I went on steroidal type medication for allergies, asthma, that sort of thing. And sometimes those, my body reacts where it actually holds on to fluid. So I know coming from just my skin and pushing on different points that my skin is still like, you can tell when it's slightly dented and you have an impression that you still have some fluid buildup. So I don't want to take any over, you know, prescriptions for removing excess fluid. I don't want to do that. I've done that before and that has messed me up. So sometimes when you have swelling, it's not that you want to stay away from salts. You want to stay away from medication if you can. But if you'd have to talk to your doctor. But for me, you know, staying away from salts only makes the issue worse. So you'd think, well, if you're swelling, take away the salts. But in actuality, it makes it worse. So you want to do a balance of it and figure out what is actually causing the swelling. So I've been doing pretty good. You know, I haven't had swelling in my feet or ankles like that. I don't have I don't have health issues, a sort of being overweight. And so, but sometimes my allergies would get in the way, and then asthma, and then, you know, things like that. So I want to make sure I avoid those things. So by boosting the immune system, you know, getting in some exercise. Right now, I'm just doing stretching. I'm getting my body used to movement and expanding my muscles, you know, in the areas of my ligaments, and just getting circulation back to normal in those areas. And I'm excited about where this is going. And I don't have all the answers, but I know I'm going to find them. So I'm grateful to have you guys follow and support. I will have more information down in the comments so you guys can read that and come back tomorrow. And if you want to play my 12 Days of Christmas, which is right here, just stop by my page, uh, um, and I'll have that down in the below. You can visit the link as well. And anyway, that's about it. That's all I have for right now. And because we're actually going to be playing for this. This is a handmade item from me. It's number 27. This is my light chocolate pearl ring. Shipping is done in the United States as of right now. So next year, 2021, I will have international shipping as well. So if you want to go and play for that beautiful piece, these are all the pieces that I make, that I create. Okay, and this is another one. These are absolutely gorgeous. So that's what keeps me busy. And so thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm super excited about the end of this year because there's some great things going to happen for next year. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.